Hey everyone, my name is Turf and welcome back to another little video. Ooh, video again, magic. It's like I've never done an intro before. I know, I've disappeared again and it's been over nearly a week. And a week on YouTube is about a month. I do apologize, I do, but hold on. I was actually up to stuff, so if you just hold your horses and listen, I can give you some information. So let me tell you what I've actually been doing. Whilst I was away, I was actually getting myself back on track mentally, and by that I don't mean that I'm having some kind of midlife episode or something like that. No, nothing like that, do not worry, I'm okay for the moment. But for the longest time I've been thinking on whether I should actually continue doing what I'm doing. As in, is this a viable option? Is this YouTube a viable option to actually continue doing or even consider doing seriously? Now obviously for the longest time I've wanted this to become something more than it already is. And over the last wee while I decided I want to make this work. But at the same time I was also thinking to myself, maybe I should get a real job as well. But the only thing is, there's actually no real jobs around me. Unless I go door to door doing random things with different people. So if I wanted to actually get a real job, I'd actually have to move into a city and then go through all that hassle again and actually have the money to actually go to the city in the first place and have jobs prepared and everything like that. So it's a lot of hassle to actually try and figure out all this different stuff. So what I actually decided to do was to get my life essentially on track, to get everything that I want prepared for right now on track. That's kind of why I've been away for a week. Or so, or a few, because I've been on and off doing things back and forth, but I've finally come to this decision, that because everything is so difficult to actually get around here, I don't have the capabilities to go into, big cities and stuff like that, because I don't have the money, and I'm currently on unemployment welfare, and I'm currently trying to make what I'm doing right now a living. And I've been trying this for a couple months. Now, obviously, I don't really have the audience to do that. The last couple weeks, I've been really thinking about things, and this is what I've come to conclusion. So let me just tell you. So for the last couple days, what I've decided to do is put 100% of all my energy, all my focus, all my work ethics, and make something of this. To put every single inch of my soul into this, into YouTube and streaming and social media and all that stuff, to constantly work. Well, not constantly, like maybe a few hours a day, like get some relaxed time, but to make this reality as per se. So, over the last week, what did I do? What did I actually physically do? Well, I've done a few things that are going to help complement the channel, as well as what I'm doing in the future, as well as keep me on the right mindset and work ethic to actually make this some sort of reality. So, I did a whole lot of stuff. First, I finally did a lot of the things that I kept putting to the side, which I probably shouldn't have done. I created the Discord server, I did some new channel art, some new channel icons, I revamped the Twitch, the Twitter, the Facebook, the Patreon as well. I created a Patreon page. I've just been taking things that I've kept very dormant for the last forever and tried to revamp them and make them into a new thing. So obviously you can see the channel icon and the banner and the new icon is like of half me, half wolf and stuff like that, which I'm very, very proud of. It took me a while to actually create that. That took me a little while, but I was very happy with the end result. But with the things like the channel banner and stuff, it's very simple but basic. It's like, oops, press F to refresh. Whoops, still not working. It's like a little joke that I have with a few people. Okay, no one. Myself. I've just essentially been trying to be more professional about it. And I've been watching and listening to a whole lot of... This may sound egotistical or narcissistic or something, but I don't care. Because I know it sounds bad no matter what way you put it. But I've been listening to a lot of millionaires and big successful businessmen and watching some of the videos that they've actually made on YouTube about their business and how their mindsets have gotten them to the position that they're in. How what they've been doing is constantly adapting to different things and creating these ideas and how to put them into action. And this is something that I've been using for the last wee while, the last week or so, to actually get myself in the focus that I need for doing this and everything else in general. Because I have a lot of difficulty actually getting myself motivated to actually do things. Then you realize that the whole motivation thing is kind of a scam, because in order to get motivation you have to be inspired, and to get inspiration you have to find a motivation somehow. Essentially put, motivation and inspiration doesn't come. You have to create it for yourself. Now, you can get random bits and pieces, but for the most part, a lot of it comes from doing things that you're already doing. I've been putting this into practice and it's been really, really helping me. And I don't want to go too much into detail and depth about all this different stuff because it's going to be very, very complicated and I could not put this in one video. But that's pretty much what I've been doing for the last week or so. I keep talking with my hands. I keep gesticulating with my hands. That's a fancy word. Also, this last week, I finally dug up an email that I didn't even know I had, but apparently if any of you have actually played the game Drop Zone, now it was on Steam, Green Steam? Early access thing. You know that thing that Steam dropped? Because apparently it wasn't working the way they wanted it to. This game, it was produced. I need to read more information on it. I've only read the information and then completely forgotten it whilst making this video, which probably wasn't wise. If you know that game Drop Zone, not Dropbox. Sorry developers if you watch this. I'll have better information on the actual video I make about it. I actually got the very first email from a developer for them pretty much saying, hey, here's a game for free because you're a YouTuber. You want to review it? I'm like, okay. Now, I've actually played the game a little bit and I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm terrible at it, but I am really enjoying it. And they have this little feature that I'm going to be using in the video itself because it actually is really handy to make videos with. That's more for that to come. Now, something that I've actually talked about a lot of times is schedules and me not applying to schedules and stuff like that. But hold on a second. Hold your horses. I don't really do well with schedules. I don't. I just don't. I don't do well with schedules. So I've actually found a way to work around this. And it's actually very, very simple. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but essentially I have somewhat of a basic concept of a schedule for a day-to-day thing, and then it will work if I try and stick to it. But it's not a solid schedule. So I'm going to be trying, that's the main word, to upload every single day, bar maybe Saturday and Sundays, because I'll be streaming over on twitch.tv from around 1 or 2ish for about 5 or 6 hours each weekend. Well, depending if I'm not sick or something, or if something comes up. But typically speaking, this is like my new schedule, kind of. It's flexible because it's not strict. So it works for me, and this is something that's actually been helping me to do what I'm doing. Does this make English good? Now, what does this mean for videos? The same as always, I suppose. It still goes back to the last vlog I made about making videos, and that's just, I'm gonna do what I want to do. So, vlogs, creepypastas, gameplay videos, little rant videos, videos about social things, anything and everything really, just whatever I want to make. So, yeah, same old. But yeah, pretty much that'll just mean a video every single day. And I'm just realizing I'm actually quite liking the little setup here where it's, instead of you're seeing this wall and stuff, that just this foam, you know, it's like a little insight to the world of my life. I'm not great at explaining things, but it kind of makes sense. One thing I also realized that I've deliberately done this last week as well, was I've deliberately not posted or replied to anything or even commented on friends' videos or their tweets or anything like that. I haven't done a single thing on that because I've been focusing so much on everything else. So if you're a friend or, you know, I used to text or reply to things, then that's kind of why I've gone silent for a while. So don't worry, I'm not dead. I think. But yeah, beside that, right now, I know my channel is very small in comparison to a lot of channels, because it's like 1,000 and almost 100. I think hopefully by the time this video goes out, will actually be 1,100, which will be pretty neat. You know, 800 more, no, 900 more. We'll get ourselves to 2,000. We're getting there. But if there's one thing I have learned about life and, oh, you're going to get some knowledge right now. If there's one thing I've learned about life and YouTube and anything in general is, if you want something, you gotta work hard for it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm putting so much energy and focus into this now. It's just, this is essentially my life. and I've always kind of pushed it to the side when I shouldn't, when I should really be focusing on this, and this is what I'm doing now. So if there's one thing I've learned, hard work, determination, perseverance, a little bit of perspirant as well, does all the I think that was the right word, but it does all the difference, and eventually we will make something of this. I know we will. I know I will. My hair is flipping around the place. But with that being said, until I can make this up to a certain point of a certain wage, I need your help. So there are a few little things that you can actually do to help me out that will actually improve the growth of this channel beyond anything it has ever seen. And if you want to know, tune in next time. No, I shouldn't do that. What the hell am I doing? If you actually want to help me, there are a list of a few little things that you can do that are free. Well, one isn't, but the rest are, to which you can do to help me out. Obviously as well, like, now what I'm about to say is the only time you will ever hear me say stuff like this, because I don't like saying stuff like this, but I thought for this video and this video alone, be the only time that I feel is actually appropriate to say it. So yeah. But with that being said, here are a list of the things that you can do to help this channel out. Number 1, if you are using AdBlock. Good. But, some ads are really irritating, but if you want to help out this channel, one of the things you can actually do is go up to the top right of the page, click on your ad blocker, and whitelist my channel. Because people don't realize that whenever you take ads away from the YouTubers don't get anything anymore. So even though I use ad blocker, on YouTube alone, I don't run ads at all. At all. But if you want to help the channel, like me specifically, just go up, or even to any of your favorite creators that you want to help support, whitelist their page, whitelist their videos. That's the best way you can support them without having to actually pay them. Now, like I said, I was actually dead on, not actually dead, but I was actually dead on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit? I just spam on Reddit. That's probably not the best thing to admit, but that's kind of what I do. I spam my videos on Reddit to try and get notifications, try and get new viewers, because apparently a lot of my viewers are from Reddit. But besides that, I rarely use these sites besides talking to friends and occasionally tweeting something and stuff like that, but in the future it's going to be a lot more active. So I'm going to be a lot more active because this is part of my strategy to make my business. Oh, magic. Probably shouldn't call it my business. But those websites are actually very instrumental to helping channels grow, so I'm going to try and use them as much as humanely possible. If you want to help support the channel, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Do I have any others? I don't know. Also, if you're around or stopped by and you haven't clicked that subscribe button, only subscribe if you want to. But if you are subscribed, here is something that you can do to help with the channel. See that subscribe button, you know, down below the video? You know the way when it says you're subscribed and there's a little bell to the right of it? Click that. Yeah, go now. Yeah, go on. Mouse down there. Good. I see you who's not doing it. Click the bloody bell. Click the bell and then get notifications. Good. I'm sorry. I have issues. But for whatever reason, YouTube's actual notification up on the left-hand side, which is probably your right-hand side considering the fact how the recordings come out. But YouTube's actual notification system is fudged. Absolutely fudge-muffined. That's a weird word. I like it. I hope that's not a word for anything. That'd be a bit awkward. But YouTube's actual notification system is messed up to the point where you need to click the bell now for a double subscription, actually get double notifications, even though one system is meant to work more. But without that being said, it's annoying. Of course, with everything else being talked about, one of the most easiest ways to actually help me is to like the video, share it with your friends, and watch it. That's a good one too. Watching videos always helps. Commenting on videos actually help greatly as well. People don't realize that, but actually commenting and even disliking videos actually helps the creators. Not telling you to dislike my videos, I'm just telling that if there aren't any haters, and they dislike a video, that's actually still helping me, so thanks. Now the very last thing you can do if you want to help support the channel, now this is of course optional, I'm not trying to force you into it or anything like that, that would just be very mean and rude and I would not feel very clean doing that. I'd feel dirty. But the last thing, as I said before, is my Patreon page. I spent a few days actually working out what I should say and made a video on how that's on the Patreon page itself. and how, you know, it actually helps me and what my goals for the Patreon page is. Obviously, I won't be staying on Patreon forever to the point where this is actually a living and I can actually make a decent wage of this. Then, you know, I'll be getting off Patreon. But until such a point, then, you know, it helps me grow, it helps me create stuff, it helps me not have to worry about, you know, money issues and stuff like that, and will actually help me along with a whole lot of things. The last thing, if you want to help, is go over to my Patreon page, and if you can't even like donate but you want to, if you want to help donate and stuff like that but you can't, one of the things you can do is actually just share the Patreon page. Because even if you are not able to actually donate yourself but you want to, don't worry about me or the money that you want to give to me. Instead, if you want to worry about something like that, just share the Patreon page, because that helps too. Of course, sharing and liking and subscribing and everything helps me greatly, so there is that. But if you don't have enough money, don't worry about you, okay? Worry about you first. Good. Thanks. But like I said, don't feel pressured about helping out in any way, whether it be anything that I've just said today. These are just options that you can do to actually, if you want to. I don't really think I have anything else to say in this video. I think, and I'm having difficulty ending this video as well, but I don't really have anything else more to say other than thank you all for watching and subscribing and sharing the videos and just being a part of this channel, being a part of my life, because essentially you are. And in a weird way, I'm a part of your life too. I appreciate it. I love it, and I'm so very thankful for it. I'm so very thankful for you guys. And I can't English sometimes, so don't mind my words. I'm actually going to leave you here. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck, guys.